reveals.
It's a fucking demon, dude. What do you expect?
I expected him to be smart, but no.
He
It's
is
full
a
of
hulking.
bureaucracy. Classic hell. That's how it works.
All right. And then, Grobthar, you remember what you're doing?
I'm with Francesca and Thimra doing something. We were walking down the stairs last I remember and saw the
Mhm.
army.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to the kitchen
Yep.
for something?
Yep. Because Evan, you want to explain why you're going to the kitchen?
Hungry?
Wine.
Well, and
I don't remember. Why
you
was one of the-
you literally just had a wine glass and you were gonna go wine tasting. Be like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
you
yeah,
have so many
yeah.
wines.
Yeah, I wanted to have wine with my new best friend.
Yes, the one that just almost one-shot you with daggers.
Yep.
Because you were being interesting to her.
It was a love tap.
Yes, yes.
A warning shot. That hit.
All right. So, we will start out with where we left off on Grobthar and we'll start out with Grobthar and Francesca. You guys are currently descending a spiral staircase inside of the main castle stay. Outside, through the tainted, or not the tainted, through the stained glass windows, that of which depict Grobthar in a very heroic manner on all of the windows. In his armor, of course, as the supreme ruler. Through that, you see in the distance an army on the horizon, getting closer. Your time here, without the supreme ruler being upon you, is coming to a close. So it would seem. You may want to move up some timetables, or maybe get out and survive. What's going on, or what all your characters are up to, is up to you. But back to the story at hand. Grobthar is with Thimra,
Mm-hmm.
right? Thimra and Francesca. As you are descending the spiral staircase down to a kitchen, where Francesca was given a wine glass and is very eagerly wanting to clean it for the new said queen that he is partaking with, and he is very much enthused to try out some of the various wines that they have imported into the Nine Hells. You're muted, Evan.
Sorry, can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
So did we conclude that this army was our allies or our enemies? Or do we
Roll
not
me a
know?
perception check. I should probably get that out.
16.
All these soldiers are that of the guards that roam of this castle. So it is safe to assume, and it is of a very large scale. So it is safe to assume that this would probably be the army that you are ahead of. So that of which the actual Supreme Ruler's army.
Okay. No further questions.
All right. Well, the floor is yours. Quite literally, as you've now made it to the ground floor. The kitchen is on your left. And as you enter, you see, I'd say very nicely kept, but it's essentially like summer camped nicely kept. You know, like when you go to a summer camp and everything's kind of raggedy, beat up, and very heavily used, but it looks like people are attempting to clean it every once in a while. That's the vibe you get. You have very much stone benches, stone tables, wooden tables, sort of like a disarray, but going on in some pattern in some way. So, on behind the counter, you see various assortments of food. Seeing as this is the main castle, there happens to be an orc cook behind the counter, going to town, cleaning a bunch of different things. Did I copy the right music? I do not think I do. Or did somebody add something? Did I fuck it up? I might have fucked it up. Oh well.
Just the ambiance here, right?
Yeah. Anyways, so you look around, and now it's too loud for me though. Oh, that was my Spotify playing in the background. That was okay. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that's just so many things going on. Okay, so you guys enter the kitchen. You see a myriad of food and things, and a chef behind the counter. Dimra approaches the counter and asks, in what languages do you understand, both of you?
It's a good question. I might understand common. Don't quote me on that. Where's my... there it is. Okay. Let's see. Languages, common and orc.
Nice.
I don't know if you tried to talk. You're muted, Trent.
I keep forgetting I'm muted. I'm so sorry. Common, Draconic, Elvish, Infernal. I'm just not gonna mute
Okay.
myself from now on.
Okay. So you hear in Draconic, or Infernal rather, that she comes up to the bartender and goes, got a wily one here. Break me out some of that. No, not the fancy shit. Some of that shitty shit though. Get this party a little bit going, yeah? And the bartender nods a bit and kind of sulks into the back.
I'll respond kind of behind her in Infernal. Make it dry.
As she kind of like is shocked that you know Infernal at this point in time.
Girl.
She goes, all right, well, I will leave you here for a moment, Miss Slave. As she
Right.
reaches behind the counter and grabs like a hunk of like cheese and like puts it on a plate for you, and like neatly puts it in front of you and pulls a stool back for you to sit on, and goes, I need to have I needed to go over some things with Grobthar. As she kind of like takes Grobthar and official business and
Understood.
a couple things he needs to tend to. City's kind of been restless in his absence, so we're gonna look into that.
Let me know if you
And-
need any help.
She kind of like takes Grobthar's arm and turns a corner deeper into the kitchen.
Deeper. Hmm.
Deeper around a doorway.
All right.
All right. Then, Grobthar,
Uh-huh.
you're taken aside
Uh-huh.
as Thimra addresses you. Look.
I'll address this. Got it. Okay. Like, I've still been naked?
You put this arm through this hole.
As she addresses you, she goes, look, in your absence, there's been many things that have happened, and people have grown restless. They started to lose respect for you, and, well, there needs to be some strong harming done. I'm gonna need to have you take care of a few things.
Okay.
Now, for the most part, I think that the citizens should still be under our control, and the guards they should still be ours, unless bought out or something is afoot. But there's a lot of things I need you to get done in a short amount of time. As quickly as possible before certain events take place that I've caught wind of.
All right.
So, let's get to it. Smash cut to Tam.
Hello.
So,
I'm not.
you are in a cave just outside of the walls of hell,
Yes.
talking to Lily. And she is very concerned about what's going on, but hoping to shed some light on many situations that you found yourself in recently.
Right. So, my main goal is to get out of here. We need to get that gnome guy back, Gordon. And
Oh, yes, Gordon.
yeah, and we think he is in the prison cells or something.
Well, yes, he, like I said, he was the biggest auction that I think hell's ever seen. Somebody sold their entire army for him. On the spot. One of the bloodiest nights there was. Because of all the discourse, he had to be thrown into the royal dungeon. Locked away. Hidden away.
Royal Dungeon. I've got that. Okay.
As well as the items from that ceremony, as it was not something that was, a salvageable auction.
Hmm.
Should I put it simply?
Yeah, you need to sort some things out.
Yeah. Take inventory as well.
Gotcha. And speaking of the dungeon, I think there might be someone locked away named Creep in the Shadow, who I also kind of wanna let out. If you've heard of him.
Well, you see, Creep in the Shadow is an interesting creature. Because,
He's not a human.
no, he's a shapeshifter.
What?
Yeah. So he can be anybody that he wants to be. But, you have to keep in mind that Creepent has not been known his whereabouts for a very long time. He's known for his ability to infiltrate places, and he's known for his espionage levels of spying and taking down governments at their core.
What?
How do you
Very
know so much?
I'm pretty sure.
Was one of the strongest members of the road until he turned freelance. And now he's all the more dangerous because he has no ties.
Seems like
And
a smart
nobody can
fella.
track him down.
He probably heard you guys were after me and said, "What? Tam's the coolest. I'm out of here."
You know, I think you're right.
But yeah, apparently he's in a sticky situation. I was asked to help him.
Well, good luck with that. And if you find him, try not to get stabbed.
Right.
I'd hate to see that happen to you again.
Yeah, that's not fun. Not fun at all. Is there any road tactics you could teach me, or information? Should I look out for, like, is there like a symbol for, like, hey, there's a road here, like, or like something that I should keep a lookout for?
Well, not in hell. Hell's pretty road already heavily trafficked. But I will warn you to when you venture to the east side of Eorlin, they have, how should I say? They're looking to expand the road. They have one city completely under their control, and they had it under their control on the east side forever. And as I'm sure you know, Abadour was one of the bigger cities they were trying to corrupt and overrun. And as you've seen, some of the tactics, Tarragon has fallen to some of that as well. Tarragon not being anywhere near the others, which is concerning, because that means that their reach is far and wide across the lands.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want that. Not at all. If only there was a way we could, like, banish people from coming to hell.
Yeah. If only.
Open up a confession booth and absolve them of their sins so they all go to heaven.
So I need to find a way back to my group without getting stabbed. Do you think you can help me with that? Or am I just, like, locked here forever?
Well, I can send you back. But I'll have you know that, from what I was hearing, some of your friends got dragged up to the prison. Not the royal prison, so it should be able to... You should be able to meander down there. Given
Okay.
enough stealth and trickery.
Are they close by? The royal prison and the regular prison?
No. The royal prison is that in the royal chambers. The normal prison is that that is just surrounded by armed guards.
So maybe my buddies could deal with the royal prison.
Well, I wouldn't go as far to say that. They do have a prison in hell that is quite substantial for keeping creatures and people that are of interest. And I'll have you know that things locked up in prisons are very important people. They don't just waste that prison space quickly and easily.
Like, they could
Normally,
hold those big green guys?
oh, bigger.
Jesus. Dragon Jesus. Okay.
So I'd warn you of the people and creatures that you meet if you do venture down there.
We might need a master shapeshifter's help if we're going to journey there.
Yeah, you might.
If you're picking up what I'm putting down. Is there anything, like, useful in this room I can borrow forever?
Well, Tim. Best I can do is your supplies, as she kind of grabs your bag and hands them back to you.
No, you're the best. I was about to climb that wall. That would have worked out really well.
Well, let's get you fixed up real quick then. If you really are intent on heading out to the prisons, we should dress you up accordingly. As
I
she
am
kind
going
of
to the prisons.
casts a spell on you, and you see that your skin starts turning green and scaly. Your head starts shaping and morphing. Your
Mark
vision
Zuckerberg.
starts to become a different color, mainly yellow, and you feel your muscles growing on your lengthy arms. She goes, no need to worry. This is from a past transaction, as she kind of snaps some bracelets and anklets, and shin guards on you. You the ones you recognize to be that of the royal guard of the area. And she
feel at
hands
home.
you the glaive that you saw Zakari wielding.
Feels wrong,
Similar
but-
to, not that specific one, but like a similar one.
Well, I know how to use it. Just feels wrong.
Do you have the stat block for that, Zakari?
Is it a regular?
Did I give that to you?
Jacob. He gone.
Oh no, he's dead.
In the meantime,
Is it a regular glaive?
no, it's a magical one. It does the wound shit, remember?
Oh Jesus, a vicious glaive.
I do not remember the name.
It's probably not in D&D Beyond.
It's a good day for Tam. He got turned into a billionaire.
It's a glaive. +5 to that's just normal glaive, and then does 1d10 slashing damage if the creature is. Now I'm just gonna give you this.
Okay. I'll just roll it like a real person
Yeah,
whenever I'm using
there's
it.
that's the stat block for it.
Okay. That is sick.
You good there, Evan? You good there, Evan?
I'm sorry. +5?
Yup. It's a magical glaive, Evan.
Yeah, it is.
Jesus Christ.
It crackles with magical
Oh, the
energy.
+5 isn't the magical bit of it. That's his dex mod that he gets. So
Oh, that's using his stats.
yeah, that's
I
using his stats.
I see.
That's just what I roll.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I have
that's
Oh, so my dex mod is +5 instead of +3?
no. Well, that's this guy, the guy who I'm using it from.
Oh,
Has
yeah,
a
yeah,
+5.
Okay. Does it have the same attack as like a regular?
The rest of it works like normal,
Yeah, is it?
but
the
it
same...
applies the wounds shit.
Yeah, okay. So it's like a +6 for me.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty sweet. Thank you. You think I
Yeah.
could just waltz right into the prison, let some people out?
Well,
With
the
this?
sweet talker you are, I wouldn't know about letting them out. Maybe causing a little bit of distraction. Maybe a little bit of a jailbreak. That's up to
A
you what you
ruckus.
do.
Big, big,
A little bit of a ruckus. But we'll get you on
Because we
that
like our
path.
R words here.
Thinking about
We'll get you
stuff.
headed on that path. Who knows? Maybe you might find something more interesting on the way there.
Starting a ruckus.
Anyways,
Maybe I can go free my buddies. They're gone. I don't know their names. Maybe I can free my buddies from Ebudar.
Dabuk,
Fucking the 4 pages of notes
Dubuque.
back.
Dabuk.
It looks like you guys are in a corrupt
Yeah,
version of
Edric
Teletubby
and Davuk.
Yeah. Well, you can do whatever you choose. The time's yours as you want to spend it.
Yeah, I should
Just don't get
really-
caught.
I should really go try and save my friends.
All right.
Okay. Do I waltz right in? Like through the? Is there a pathway back here? Or
Through the fire
I have a back door I can let you in.
I would love.
Come on, follow me. Unless you have any more questions about anything going on in the world. 'Cause I got my fingers in a lot of different places.
In the entire world?
Well,
Jeez.
the road kind of spreads pretty far and wide. And
Well, I
lots
just
happened
wanna-
since I've seen you last.
I just want to let you know the same way that the king, or the same way they found out about the child in Estonia, could have been a secret about you, Missy. But I just put a stop to it.
Good.
Just want to know I got your back too.
Well, you know, it takes two. It really does. Look at us working as a team again. Reminds me of the old days.
Yeah, dude. I fling my thing around. My glaive.
Yeah, bro.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Who would have thought?
Okay, let's get,
Alright.
Not me.
let's
Not
get
me.
back to the prisons. See what these rascals are up to.
Alright. As you venture around, Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll smash cut here. All right, Shen, your turn.
Okay.
Do you remember what you're up to?
Yep, I'm trailing the demon dragging Abe, so
Yep.
not a whole lot else I can do until you move me on from that.
All right. So, are you stealthfully tracking
Oh,
him?
well, of course. I think I already went into stealth at the end of the last session.
All right. Well, I forgot what that roll is. So re-roll stealth for me, please.
Alright, I actually don't even remember what that roll is either.
I don't remember. You got a
Anybody
26.
know what- Wait, are you serious?
No, I'm just shitting.
Oh, okay. Does anyone off the top of their heads know what the roll is for stealth? Or is
Oh,
there
it's
a
just
thing
a
actually
dex.
that
Dex.
Oh, it's dex.
It's a dex, and then you could have proficiency with it. It's an actual characteristic trait.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think I have proficiency with that, but
I would wager you would. As a monk?
I have proficiency and disadvantage, so.
Wait, what?
For no reason in particular.
I got a 12, so
All right.
yeah.
You follow around. It's pretty noisy and crowded. You manage to blend into the crowd. Okay, you're pretty tall for right now. But as time goes by, you follow this bone creature, dragging Abe away, and follow him for quite a while. So long, in fact, that your potion wears off as you now grow down to the normal size of a Shen. As you continue to follow, you come across in the main area that you're in. If you look around, you see that it is all. It looks pretty war torn and run down, as far as the castle and the structure. But the castle that you're now going to, within the same walls, is not as big as the first, but it looks very old and very intact.
This is still following them? Like, this is where the demon's going?
Yeah, this is where the demon's going, into like a huge castle in the distance. You see that decrepit vines run up the side, dilapidated trees somehow are existing in this area, but existing is the right word to use, as they are clearly not living anymore. They look very dead and very sapped of any nutrients that they've needed for a very long time. You see, as you grow closer, you hear screeching in the very far sky above you, and flapping of wings. Some small ones, and in the distance you also hear something louder. Roll me a perception check.
Loud. $19.
All right. Some noise becomes louder and louder. Wing beats. You hear wing beats. As you look to the sky, you see an ancient red dragon coming, descending onto this castle in front of you. What would you like to do? The bone demon carrying Abe seems to be unaffected by this occurrence and continues to trudge on. Maybe he just doesn't see it yet?
How close am I? Like, I guess, can you make a triangle or like a 3-point display here of like where I am, where the demon is, and where the entrance to the castle is?
Yeah, so I'd probably give you, what, 50 yards behind the demon is what I'd probably say you're tracking it with a 12, effectively. Stealth roll. And the dragon is kind of behind you, going faster and going closer to the ground. It doesn't look like it's headed at you. It looks like it's kind of descending at the castle. like to the castle, and it's coming from behind you, and it's going past you currently.
Okay. I will continue doing what I'm doing and try my best to remain unfazed by it. I feel like, if anything, breaking character or whatever character I've assumed in the current moment is more detrimental than just continuing on.
All right. So, you watch the dragon as it comes in and descends. It lands on top of the roof and gives a large roar, shaking the ground around it, throwing sand asunder.
Mm.
The bone demon still not phased at all as it continues to walk forward and underneath this dragon into the castle. As I believe the word is ramparts, are let down,
Mhm.
and it walks inside. As it walks inside, you see the dragon nimbly, in one motion and in one wing beat, jump off the top of the castle 180, and in a wing beat stabilize itself as it lands. And then you see its form shift very slowly and then snap into a humanoid-like figure with a dark robe and a very tall collar around as he walks through the gate as well. What would you like to do?
So let me get this straight. We have the demon dragging Abe already past the castle gates. I am 50 yards behind, not inside the castle or walls yet. And then a dragon just jumped down, turned towards the castle, assumed another form, and then is following the demon dragging Abe, and I have not been noticed.
It would appear that you haven't been noticed.
Okay.
But yes, everything else is correct.
Okay. I'd like to survey the general gate area. Are there lots of eyes on that area? Or what could I perceive a potential chance to follow within?
Yeah, sure. Roll me a perception check real quick.
Sure. No, it's not nearly as good. This is an 11.
As you look about, you see that there isn't too many guards, but the ones that you do see seem to have glowing red eyes as they look across with their beady little eyes. You see that their pale skin, their dark demeanors, these are definitely vampires that are looking at you from above.
Bro.
As you look closer, you also see that the small wing beats that you were hearing seem to be like flocks of bats flying around this castle as well.
Did the dragon assume a humanoid form?
Yes.
Alright, just give me like 30 seconds here. I gotta type some stuff.
Hey Jake, did I give you that stat block for that glaive that you took?
No.
Okay, well it's in chat then.
Okay.
I'm a little out of my element here. I do not want to follow into the castle walls.
Okay.
I'm going to take note of what's happened. Is there a safe area that I could remain like stable for, or safe? Yes, safe for a few
Stable.
minutes at least.
Yeah, what would you like to do in those few minutes?
Oh, I guess plan. I just need to be somewhere where I can think for a moment and hopefully
So
not
currently,
be caught.
there's like some dilapidated trees you could probably hide around. I wouldn't recommend going in it, as they look pretty frail and dead, but you could hide around them and use them as like breaking vision for the castle, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I kind of need like somewhere I guess that I can stake out. I think that's the word I'm looking for, where I can observe
Mm,
the castle without going in or leaving its vicinity.
gotcha.
Like,
I
is there
mean,
somewhere I can set up shop for a little while, essentially? Do you think those trees do the trick?
what would set up shop entail for you?
Um, Imagine a what are they called? A deer stand, something like that.
You can make a makeshift like cover for yourself out of like the twigs and branches from these dilapidated trees. If you if you look to do so, maybe make a pile of it, and hide in it for a bit and watch what's going on. But
I
it seems like a lot of the action is happening inside the castle. If you were to stake out here, you'd only be able to see who goes in and out of the castle.
exactly. So I need to wait for a better opportunity to get into the castle because I am not about to follow a dragon through the gates. I'd much rather try to get in when some weaker entity or perhaps somebody with a cart or a carriage of sorts that I could sneak onto.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right. Then we will snap over to Abe. You there, Abe? Awesome. So, Abe, as you wake up, you're on the shoulder of this bone demon. You look around, and similar to what I just described, there's a castle that you're being sort of dragged into, well, carried into, I suppose, on the shoulder of this bone demon. The castle is similar to that of the brick walls around Hell, but unlike the interior, it is very well preserved. As you come inside, it's dimly lit. There seems to be torches magically glowing in a very odd brick handle on them, unlike torches you've seen before that are usually made out of wood. The glow is only that enough to make out the figures of things, not to see your surroundings. Do you have dark vision?
Yep.
Awesome. So you're able to make out faces in this area. As you enter this area, you're met with very odd occurrences. Very large round tables and cages hanging from the ceiling with basins below them. Creatures happen to inhabit these cages. These cages have thorns pointing inward, some being shook and causing them to bleed, being collected by the basins, others being healed by some sickly looking creatures with staffs. All of the non-caged creatures seem to be wearing some sort of robes, cloaks over their head, and you can only see really the chin line of some. As you're dragged through this main area and to the left, you are tossed upon what you can only assume to be some very vintage, nice old furniture. As the bone demon closes the door and waits outside. Roll me a perception check, please.
$15.
All right. As you look around, you see bookshelves around you. This seems to be some sort of study. But you also hear something. You hear muffled talking in the distance, arguing even, threats being thrown. if you go up to the wall and eavesdrop, you might be able to make something out. Would you like to do so?
Might as well.
Alright, cool. As you try and get to your feet, you feel the poison still in your body lingering. As you try and get on both of your feet and hobble over to the wall, you have trouble holding up your balance. Please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Eight.
Alright. As you feel the poison grow stronger and stronger, you fall over. And you don't collapse. But you are very much still in pain. You feel like if you push too much harder, you might pass out completely. What would you like to do?
I'll keep pushing, because what else am I gonna do here?
Alright, sounds good. As you try and get to your feet one more time, you fight off the poison with all your might, hoping to ponder in on any information you can get from the situation. Roll me another Constitution saving throw, please.
18.
Alright, this time, knowing that it's coming, being able to endure it and brace for it, you get to your feet. It's not pretty, but you hobble over. You lean against the wall and listen. Although it is made of brick, it seems to echo. Maybe overhead? Whatever the case, you're able to hear some of the conversation going on in the other room. Between two figures, both deep and angrily yelling at each other. You dare come to me, in my town, in my domain, offering this sort of ransom? The nerve! Your age is over. What the fuck could you possibly want at this point? You know what I want. You know what I've always wanted. I want this stake. I want this land. Be gone of it. I'll give you what you want back. There's no even promise that it's even alive still. You don't even know this type of wrath that you're bringing down on yourself by housing it. You both know that the god ditched you long ago, same way he ditched us. Don't act like you're a higher being because of it. This has nothing to do with that. What do you mean? I don't care about any of that. You know that I don't care about any of that. You know that I've disassociated with all of that and hid away down here. But you still come down here and pick a fight with somebody you know you can't even handle. I walked in the front door. What makes you think I can't take out everybody in this place? Do you really want to make this a bloodbath? Because we'll happily drink some dragon blood. Who knows? Maybe the dragon Jesus will worship us then. And with that, Abe, you start to feel woozy. Would you like to listen in a little bit more for what you can glean, or would you like to get back to the couch?
Keep listening.
All right. You hear the voice. Just because you've brought my family into this doesn't mean you get to have what you want. My friend, I run a kingdom, and I'm looking to expand, and this land is something I desire. And with that, Abe, you pass out against the wall.
Dope.
Classic Abe.
All right. Sakari,
Mm-hmm.
Are you on tabletop?
Yes.
Awesome. Let's take a look.
Oh, there's a lot of gray boxes.
Yep. That's
We're in the
pretty
gray
neat, isn't it,
box.
guys? Look
We're
at
in
all
the
those
box
gray
realm now.
boxes.
Oh.
But I see a stone floor 4. You fool!
You fool!
You revealed
Yeah.
everything.
You showed your hand.
Oh no, it's just a giant game of GeoGuessr.
All right. So,
Russia. Actually, no, that says pharmacy.
Brazil.
Antarctica.
all right. So Zakari, as you
Yeah.
come to, you are bleeding very profusely, but your wounds seem to be cauterized. The scars still remain, but for the most part, not bleeding out anymore. As you listen, you hear whipping and burning and screaming and torment. You come to your feet and you are met. Let me get your token real quick.
Magical chest of wonders. What lies beneath?
Wait, did I not? Fuck. Key?
Oh no, it's all ruined.
I don't. Oh no, here you are. You're there. All right. And in here, you see that you have been dragged into the prison. A prison. You see that you are inside. By the way, these doors are supposed to be closed, not open. Just I couldn't find a thing of them closed, so they're like that.
Oh, the door's just open. Do 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 do.
Yeah. So you hear violent chains and whipping. You hear screaming and agony and pain. You also hear rustling of feathers. And through your across the floor, you have a very familiar black mist, about ankle deep, that is emanating throughout the entire room, similar to that of the ice cave that you ventured.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
So is prison cell that I'm in, is it just empty?
Pretty much, yeah. There's some torches in the back, some what looks to be old prisoners of these cells, some mounted to the walls, some open shackles, yet to be mounted to somebody. But for the most part, it seems to be pretty open and blank of a space.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk over by like the door and just see what I can see. Just take a look around the room.
All right. Roll me a perception check.
18.
Nice. So, you can see into these. You can see into these. There's nobody. You can see directly into this one, as it's the one across from. There's nobody in here. But these other two are at an angle, and if there's anybody in them, they're staying in the back, away from vision of you.
Okay.
It's besides the torment and torture, it seems pretty quiet in this area. Nobody seems to be talking. If there happens to be anybody here, even. But you are behind bars. You do seem to have all of your possessions on you, though.
Oh, it's like all my armor and weapons and all that stuff.
Yeah. Since you
Okay.
were attacked. Is there anything you'd like to do in particular?
I'm just gonna yell out, hoping that I can get a response from somebody. Is anyone out
Okay.
there?
You will hear you'll hear a voice from a different cell as some of the creatures will walk forward and address you, going, "Please, is there any need for shouting? We're gonna be in here a while. If not forever."
What makes you say that?
Well, I mean, look where we are. Really think anybody cares what happens to us down here? You better hope whatever the fuck you ended up here for, there's somebody attached with a lot of power that can get you out. Or somebody's willing to pay off your slavery debt or take you in as a slave, because otherwise you're rotting away down here like everybody else. I guess rotting is a relative term. You're going to be tortured to death, like everybody else. But don't worry, they have healers to make it last almost forever. Until they fuck up. Don't really think they care too much, though, as you hear screams of pain and snapping of bones in the distance.
So what are you in here for?
You don't exactly get sentenced to these places, my friend. You're here because the fucking general public of that of the above doesn't like the fact that you're different. Or they find you a threat. One of the two.
So are you from the overworld too?
Yes. Yes, I am. But I'm not exactly here to get buddy-buddy.
Well, if we're gonna be down here forever, can't hurt to get acquainted.
Well. There's a lot to go over. But guess we'll have, like you said, plenty of time to figure that out. So I'm not really all too worried about that.
Well, to each their own, I guess.
But I suppose I could say that we're from Norbury. Small little cooking town in the Orland. West side of the map.
Side.
Well, we were venturing there at least. We were from a city south of there called Bournemouth.
Mm.
A lot of people. Easy to get lost apparently. Venturing out to find some help with that, but you know, now here we are. And let me tell you, money won't buy you out of this place. They don't really care
Yeah,
too
so I've
much about
heard.
it. As you look, you see the person behind him sitting in almost a wheelchair throne, with like many money bags and jewels and gems alike. just kind of groveling in them.
Can I tell what race this person is I'm talking to from here?
Roll me a perception check.
15.
It's a dragonborn. All right. With that, we will smash cut over to we'll smash cut back to Tam.
Hello.
Tam. Let me just pour.
Come here.
Back to their map. Alright, Tam.
Yes. Pop up the map. Where have I emerged?
You have emerged.
Let's go.
Over here.
On the left side of the map here. Oh, over there by the arrow.
Yes.
Yes.
I made you very light green.
I'm now green man.
Yes, you are now Greenman.
Okay.
The tendrils from your beard are very odd sensation as they hang.
This is weird. Alright. Off to the prison. About to start a ruckus.
Alright.
I don't know.
Move
where the
yourself as
prison
you-
is, to be honest.
Nope. Move yourself as you accordingly.
I'm gonna go down here.
Alright. As you get to here. Totally not Tam. Alright. As you get to here, you look over in the distance and you see a large army at the front gates.
Okay. Do they look? They look like.
You muted it.
They look like me. Like. me,
Yes,
man.
they look like you.
Okay. Great. We gotta be speedy. Time to be speedy. We're gonna cause a ruckus and then go to the royal dungeon and then. Okay, this is too much to do all at once. Did these guys talk in common? Did I hear the beard devils talk in common?
I believe so.
Okay.
Maybe
Because
not. I don't know
otherwise
yet.
wouldn't. Like, did I see them talking to other like demons or devils in
Yeah.
common?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna be quiet then. I'm just
Okay.
gonna start walking around.
Okay. As you get down to here,
Yeah.
luckily for you, you run into a familiar face.
Great.
You run into Grobther.
Wait, what?
Oopsie.
He is wandering about currently.
Alright.
Let me get his fucking token.
I'm on top of the building.
Yeah, you're on the fucking building.
Where the fuck are you?
I'm on top of the building. Up here.
Oh,
got him. I
fucking
got him.
okay. Bring yourself way the fuck down here, bitch. Grobthar is over here tending to or inspecting some of the prisoners at the moment.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna walk up to him and go, Anything I can help you, sir? Or wait, shit. Anything I can help you with, sir? Do I sound like me?
No.
Okay, cool. Hey, anything I can help you with, sir? Also, my name is Rick. Wink, wink.
Do you actually wink? Or is that
Yeah.
like, yeah? Okay. Um, does it look like I need help right now? What do you need?
I need to find the fucking prison so I can find some inmates. Um, I'm looking for a monk, possibly. I'm looking for a short dude. I'm looking for a dude with tentacles and shit. Um, fuck. I'm looking for a tiefling. I'm looking for. Did I know? I'm looking for someone that's a vampire. Have you seen anyone like that recently? Did I forget anyone?
Um,
I'm looking to cause a ruckus, if you know what I mean.
okay. I think I do know what you mean, maybe? Hold on.
Yeah, like hypothetically, if I
Yeah.
could pick my pickaxe into a wall and create a lava flood, I would do that. Wink, wink.
Classic. Um, yeah, I think I do know what you mean. Um,
But I don't think I can navigate this area by myself. And also, did you see that there's like an armor or fucking army coming? Is he by himself? Are you by yourself?
uh, yes, I am by myself. I don't need a chaperone.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I just don't want to be,
Yeah. All right.
caught talking to you like a peasant.
Yeah. Okay. So this ruckus, is it just gonna be us, or are we expecting more people?
I really don't know the situation. All I know is that I left, and then now I'm back, and people are in the prison. Like the regular prison. There's
The
also an individual about yay high, gnomish features. He has, he is in the royal dungeons.
Okay,
If
so
you've heard
we're
of them.
I'm familiar with the Royal Dungeons, yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
apparently someone about yay high, gnomish features, maybe carries around a box, uh, is in the royal dungeons and all of his stuff.
okay. And we are looking for this gnome then? Do we can just get him out. I'm
Yeah, I
the
was
supreme leader.
hoping you could just get him
Yeah.
out. And if you could just get him out, then I could go cause a ruckus and find that dragonborn, wait, shit, tiefling, that tiefling individual, and also that monk person, and also the person with tentacles coming out.
Um, I mean, yeah. If we need this gnome, then we can go get him. So,
Yeah,
but I don't know how much ruckus. So we can stick together. We shouldn't need a ruckus.
that sounds good. Like, I could cause a ruckus and you could march in and be like, give me that guy, that guy, that guy, they're my prisoners now. And then we could
Uh,
just fucking leave.
yeah, but there's no need for a ruckus if I'm in charge of them, which I am.
Then do it,
Cool. Yeah.
Supreme
Then
Ruler.
cool. Then can I go to the dungeon? Head over that way.
All right, cool.
All right.
So
Follow
the
me.
dungeon is down this way in the bottom left of the map. So you guys, totally not Tam and Grubther, Alright, you guys will head over in that direction. As you start to head in the direction of the prison. Alright, smash cut time. Back to Shen. Shen. There seems to be a cart going by, full of supplies.
Oh hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Looks like food, maybe like today's lunch coming in. Raw food. And it's coming through with a very light entourage of like maybe only 2 bone demons. And a vampire sitting atop the carriage.
Okay. I mean, obviously, I would like to try my hand at sneaking in with this convoy.
Alright, how would you like to do so?
That's the question. Does it look like there is? I guess. So how are we set up? Is there one bone demon in front, one bone demon behind, and then
So
a
the 2
carriage?
bone demons are on the side, and then kind of like pushing the cart along. Think of like a big stick through it, and both the bone demons are kind of like pushing it at the moment.
Okay.
And there's a vampire. Think of it like if it was a horse-drawn carriage, there'd be a vampire like commanding the horses, but there's no horses for this.
It's just a cart. So,
Yeah, right.
okay, so I would like to try and follow in behind the cart.
Mhm.
Basically, just behind the cart, looking like I belong there. Like in terms of like body mannerisms and whatever, but not within view of the people actually leading the convoy. I'm confident. I look confident. I can do this.
So rehash me the plan real quick, so I know what to make you roll. What are you gonna do exactly?
I am following behind the convoy, trying to look like I am a part of it, but not within the eyesight of the people that are actually in it. So like I'm behind everybody, but I'm like kind of acting like I'm a guard for the whole thing.
Gotcha. Okay,
I don't know.
cool.
I hope I'm explaining that in a good enough way.
Yep. All right. So, roll me a performance check then.
Oh yeah, I knew this was coming. Woo-hoo. Okay, hold on, let me see what I'm at. It's not gonna be good. Yeah, it's -1. Okay, so I got a 16.
All right, still pretty good. And then let's go a stealth check to see if you can make the creatures not see you in the meantime.
Can I get advantage since I'm behind them?
No. They still have ears.
Well, it's okay because Papa's rolling good today. I rolled a
Nice.
19.
Nice. Let's go. Here's what happens. You go through this decrepit, weird forest in the middle of a sand desert hell, which is weirdly out of place already. Something seems very off about this place, just coming up to it normally. The ramparts open as the cart is let in. You notice that some of the vampire's eyes from above notice you, but don't address you from the overhead ramparts of the castle. Then you enter to the mainstay of the building, where there are many disheveled benches and tables of wood. It's very dimly lit. Roll me a wisdom check.
Like a saving throw or just a check?
Just a check.
15.
So this gives you, it's like you've seen this place before. Back when you were in Kremque. Back in that, when you were investigating back when you had that cloth and you were let in below the tavern to a secret, like, uprising of the vampires. This seems to be a more flushed out version of that, where there's hanging cages of bleeding individuals that are getting healed and the vats below them are collecting blood into containers that are being handed out amongst the populace that are hooded. But
Wait,
again,
so
this
these,
is just the main
animals
area.
These are like animals being farmed for their blood kind of thing?
Yeah, it's not animals this time. It's straight up humans.
Hmm.
But yes.
Okay.
All right. So, as you go further, the food cart is taken to the kitchen, where it is starting to be unloaded. But now, your stealthfulness has come to an end as your performances have to take place, as you are now being addressed by some of the vampires that are coming up to you in the mainstay. They come up to you going, "So, are you turned like everybody else? You seeking refuge? Is that why you're here?"
One could say that.
Mm.
Why does anyone seek refuge here? I mean, why else would one tend such a fantastic castle?
Well, you see, this is refuge and a place of power for people like us. One of the longest untouched and untainted places to that of vampirism.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't the bloodlust thirsty cult like some hope us to believe, and some of the other branches, some of the other leaders encourage. No. We're the civil ones here. We try to keep it that way. So I'd recommend trying not to cause too much discourse amongst this new establishment you found yourself upon.
Sybil. That's not quite like me, but I think I can give it a try for the sake of our companionship.
Upon saying that, both the bone demons, they after unloading, they see you and immediately start to just run at you. Like the red beady eyes after they're unloading, they're heading back to the cart after their first unload, and they see you, both of them.
Well, now who's being uncivil? Come on, guys.
As you say that, they go, "They're not with us."
All right.
What would you like to do?
Bone demons. I'm gonna defend myself. I'm not gonna throw the first punch, but I am going to.
They
use
look extremely dangerous. Like you could probably not even handle one
Oh, really?
on your own.
Fuck. I mean, I'm gonna. Can I use an action like right away? Or
Go ahead.
something? Okay, because I want to use a key point. I'll just cast the wind.
Yep.
And that lets me disengage, dash, and give me double jump distance. So I'm gonna just cast that and then immediately look for anywhere I can escape to. Is there any anything I can climb up to? I mean, just points of interest around me. Can you kind of describe what's in my immediate vicinity for escape routes?
Yeah, so the door seems to be closing currently. You could try to book it for the closing door. Otherwise, there's a very large, think of it like a cafeteria, but like instead of like a school cafeteria where they have standardized benches, it's very much circle tables everywhere.
Okay.
And there's a second elevation of a balcony that overhangs the main floor.
Do I feel confident in my ability to jump off of the table and reach that balcony?
It would be a check, but you could try.
We're gonna try it.
All right. So roll me an athletics check.
Oh my fucking god. Based on my reaction right there, what do you think I rolled?
A 1.
You were correct.
Oh no!
I'm about to be eaten by demons.
As you grab, you being a monk, very nimble, you cast all the speed on yourself, but as your shape has just shifted down from about 30 minutes ago. You're still getting used to this form. As you have so much newfound speed, you jump and just over jump it and miss the ledge with your hand and hit your like forearm on it as you're sent spiraling backwards and your head hits part of the concrete wall and you fall to the floor unconscious.
And I utter my last words. My hubris!
My hubris! Alright.
God damn it.
Fade to black.
Cool.
But this is not where your part ends. Because as you wake up,
Scene change.
my game's loading, give it a sec. As you wake up in a prison. Across from you, you see that fish creature from before, Zakari. Zakari, you notice as a new creature is dragged in. One of that of your friends. You see Shen tossed in, barely conscious, as he kind of shakes himself awake. As the jailer, which is the chain demon, locks him in and walks away. What would you like to do, Zakari?
I kind of want to shout over to him, another one bites the dust, eh? Not trying to hide
Yep.
that it's me or anything.
Alright. Shen. How do you respond?
I'm so sorry. I was just talking for like the last minute, and clearly my mic was muted. What I meant for you all to hear was, "Oh, Zakari, is that you? What the hell happened?"
Oh, while you were digging through the rubble and stuff, I got into a fight with a devil, and you can guess who won that one.
How did I end up here? What? What?
I don't know.
You see, who dragged me in here? I'm very disoriented.
Roll me a perception check, Shen.
16.
As you're saying that, you see good old Grobs over here in the corner, in a jail cell now.
Grobdar?
Yep, all locked up in a jail cell.
What the fuck? Okay, I'll yell his name. See if he responds.
Alright. Yell it out.
Yeah, go ahead. I dare you.
It's too late, buddy. I'm sorry. I yelled your name.
Yeah, I'll give my head to the bars and say hi.
He's in a cell?
Yeah,
Am I in
like
the cell?
locked up.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's me.
How
Do I
did you
recognize-
end up in a cell too? I mean, we're together. That's great, but what? What? How did we all get here?
How? Well,
Crazy.
we don't have time for long, drawn-out stories. Can you get me out?
Can I
Can you
are
get me
ours
out
now?
as he is behind bars? You gotta get me out of here,
Time for
man.
chit-chat! Get out! What are you doing here?
I'm rubbing my temples as I just explain that.
You picked the same me, right?
We're both in the same situation. Why are you confused?
Escape plan.
The last thing I remember, I was following Abe, and there were some bone demons, and now I'm here. I mean, how the hell? Do you have a plan? How long have you been here?
Who can tell? Time inside work differently. Could have been weeks at this point.
I need a little bit more time. I'm gonna lay. Is there a cot in my cell?
Is there a what?
A
A
cot.
cot in my cell?
No, but there. If you look, oh yeah, you don't have tabletop up. There's a corpse
I
chained up to the
should
wall
have-
behind you.
Am I streaming it? I'm streaming it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah, there's a corpse, a dead corpse against the wall, chained up behind you, and shackles that are seemingly
Opposed to a
as
living
if.
corpse.
What?
I've been shackled in the back. Hello!
That is I.
I'm Jerry. I'm Jerry the corpse. Who are you?
All right.
Well, I gotta. I'm just gonna lay down in my cell, I guess. I need a second to recuperate here. 'Cause I had hooks.
This Dragonborn is gonna pipe up again and go, "Wow, looks like your whole crew's here, huh?"
Pipe up to who?
Zakari.
Yeah, seems like it. I don't know how, but they also ended up here.
Well, looks like you got quite the splendid crew. Maybe it's time for a little bit of a jailbreak? You know, you help me, I help you, sort of thing? Hmm?
I mean, I'm personally down. You two, and I kind of point in like their directions.
And he goes, "What do you mean, us two? There's the three of you guys. You guys seem to be like a functional team, right? I'm sure you guys have done a lot of things together."
Team, sure. Functional.
Yeah, I don't know if functional is the word you want to use for that, considering we're all, you know, and I kind of shake the bars.
I mean, you know, team works together, right? Maybe we can be on the same team for a little bit too, huh?
I mean, I wouldn't say no to that.
Well, sounds like we got a plan then. What was that?
Is this Dragonborn in a cell as well, or is he outside the cell?
Yeah, can you show it, Walter?
Huh?
He's in the
yeah.
cell next to you.
Hello.
Okay.
You are here.
You can't see the Dragonborn, but you can hear him.
You could hear that he's a dragonborn.
There's a brick wall here, but there's bars in front of you.
This is a Hero Forge model.
Yeah, I
Oh,
found
you
Hero
really?
Forge models on somebody's stuff, so I get to use actually like detailed stuff now. So for some of the stuff at least.
Did you get my Hero Forge model that I sent you?
Did you send me it?
Fucking 3 months ago.
I mean, he said he sent it to you. So
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I don't.
Yeah.
It was 3 months ago. It slipped my mind. I'm
It was
sorry.
from January 17th.
Yeah, no,
And
fuck no. I was not thinking about any of this then.
Tam tabletop sim.
we can sort that out later. All right, get that shit out of here.
Oh, you don't want arrow deck on the screen?
Do you know what file type that is?
I don't know, zip.
It's an. Yeah, we can figure it out.
Just curious, because if it's STL, that'd be pretty baller, but it's probably not an STL. If I'd
I got both.
guessed.
Probably not.
I got two kinds. I got the tabletop and I got the one that you can 3D print.
Okay, so the STL.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
All right.
Is that the same package, or did you have to buy each of them?
I bought them separately, I think.
All right. The Dragonborn will pipe up and go, "Look, these guards don't give a shit about us, but they do have to feed us. When they do, one of us will get a chance to, get to them. And, if one of us happens to get to them, we'll help out the others, yeah?
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right, well, guess, all we gotta do is bide our time now. All right.
If he's there, then who the fuck am I with?
All right. So, back to Francesca. Francesca, as you're waiting, the talk's going very long. they're clearly up to something. It's been like an hour, dude. Maybe over an hour.
Does
But
that mean I get a long rest? Or I'm sorry, a short rest?
yes, you do get a short rest, and you have had exquisite wine. And by exquisite, I mean like wine. I mean it's just you just get wine. It's just shit wine, but to
I
you
haven't
it's
had
fucking
wine
box
in
wine.
months. So
Right, it's fine. Yeah, like it's box wine, but like you fucking love it, dude. It
You
doesn't
can
matter. You
ex-
just you're just chilling, eating cheese, and
I've grabbed at least 2 bottles for the road.
well, you don't get the bottles. You get it at a time. You get your own personal bartender essentially.
So I feel like at some point I just kept asking for more wine, and maybe he got exasperated, and then he just left the bottle.
I'd make a sleight of hand check, and I'll see if you can you can slip one in.
I failed.
Oh, okay. He's like, he just slaps your hand. And he's like, "Come on, I'm giving you 2 for free. Go on,
But
lighten up."
can I please just take a bottle for the road, please?
Look, not my decision. You can ask
I'll
her
be
when
your
she gets
best
back.
friend.
Well, you can ask her when she gets back. I'm not gonna get killed over it.
It's been like 2 hours.
And as you say that, Thimmer and Grobthar walk back around the corner.
Took you long
You go.
enough. Thimmer, can I have a bottle? He won't give me a bottle.
Well, that bottle will be piercing your sternum.
Why?
Because it's more fun that way for me.
I thought we had a thing going. I thought we had an
Yeah, I
understanding.
give you glassware and decide not to put it through you. That's a really great thing, isn't it? I'm having a lot of fun with it. What about you? Do you want another hole? I can make a 3rd one to match.
It'd be a lot more fun with a bottle, but I guess I'm not gonna get that. So what are we doing
You
now?
get what's inside the bottle, so that's
That
a
I
little bit of a
appreciate.
rest.
You know what? I have been very I haven't been thankful. I did not say thank you. Thank you for the wine, Thimra, and thank you, Rodney, the bartender.
Thank you, Rod.
Thanks, Rod.
Grubby, can you take your little girl toy and attend to some business that we have going on now? I gotta head around and check on a few possessions to make sure they're not trifled with.
Okay, I can do that.
All right. Make sure she doesn't go too unhinged on everything. I see that she's quite the spark. Keeps life interesting.
It sure can. Cool. Nice.
right. Well, we gotta head over to the we gotta check on some things in the royal dungeon then, real quick. Got a few things to check up on.
I'm sure you do.
We've been over this. It's we have things to go over. Coffee. All right. Well,
All right.
please let's be on our way.
So wait, we're all going? Is that what's happening? We're
Yeah.
taking. Okay.
Yeah.
I assume that she's just leaving, and I'm.
Hold on, let me finish. I'm like grabbing onto the bar, trying to finish my wine as I'm being pulled over.
scraping the stone the counter.
All right. Then, smash cut to Abe. You there, Abe?
Oh no, he's dead.
Oh no, not Abe.
No.
Took too long. He starved to death in the cell.
I guess.
He's still passed out.
All right. So, Abe, you're woken up to a very tall, well-dressed vampire-looking creature. Little beady red eyes, very pale skin. Looks very well kept and very well groomed. Black hair, slicked back over his head. As he stands, maybe a good 6 inches over you. Very muscular figure, with a cloak over his what seems to be formal wear, as he looks down at you on this couch that you're on and pulls up a chair next to it, leans over and uncorks a vial and hands it to you.
Can I inspect the vial?
Sure, you can inspect the vial.
Okay, I do so.
Alright. Roll me a medicine check. Are you proficient in medicine?
Nope. 9.
Alright, with disadvantage.
Is that the lower
Roll
of
again.
two?
Yeah, lower of the two.
Still 9.
Alright. Then you roll it around and it's a green substance, kinda gooey. Maybe more of a gummy than really anything that goes down quick. As you inspect it, the tall vampire figure will go, "Look, I don't want you passing out again. Just drink it.
What is it?
It's the antidote to the fucking dumbass bone thingies."
How do I know I can trust you?
Bro, you're still living. I'm not draining you of your blood.
Yeah, but you could be doing something else to me. I don't know you.
Yeah. It's fair you should be skeptical of the situation. I give you that. It's smart. If you don't want it, I'll see you again in a bit, I guess.
Yeah, I'll hang on to it for a moment until I feel like I'm gonna faint.
Alright, roll me a constitution saving throw, please.
1. Well, 3.
You pass the fuck out again. Alright, smash cut.
Alright.
Go over to back over to Shen. Or back over to Tam. Let me save this off. Also, does
Tam,
anybody have a time they need to be done by?
Ideally 9.
Okay.
Preferably before 8:30.
Brian? You're muted, Ryan.
8:30 seems like a good time to be
Alright, sounds good.
cut off here.
Then back to Tam and Grabthar
All right.
walking around the city. As you guys walk around the city. Yeah, I guess I thought he was in the cell too. So, as he's walking around the city,
Yeah, can I chit chat with him?
yeah, sure, go ahead.
So, what have you been up to?
Me? I've been running around here, you know, trying to keep everything in check. At
What
least look like I am.
What happened to the vampire?
Vampire, Francesca?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, what happened to Francesca? Shit.
I thought Francesca went to go get wine drunk.
You know how she gets when she's wine drunk.
Yeah, I sent the vampire off to do do their own thing, so they should be meeting back at some point.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, I had an interesting day. Learned a whole lot about what's going on here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
apparently that creep hinton guy, shapeshifter. I don't know how he's still in prison if he can just change shapes.
well, if they know that he can change shapes, then probably just keep him in a cell.
I guess. Why wouldn't he just I don't know how it works. We're talking in circles here.
Made half a circle. We're talking in circles here.
Well, I'm just saying, like, couldn't he just like shapeshift into like some really tiny person and then just walk right through? Or does it not work that way?
I don't know, and to be honest, I don't really care. It's if he got trapped being a shapeshifter, then he's not very good at it. So
I mean, you got it. All right. That's about all I want. I just wanted to pick his brain, see if he knew, like, Francesco's name. You know, see what's going on.
Mhm.
Not, you know, just want to know what's going on.
and then I'll quick ask you then. It's just a what is it? So after we get to the Royal Dungeon, is there anything else that we need to get done? Have you been able to finish what you needed to do?
I haven't done anything that I'm supposed to do. To be honest, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
All right.
But I
Well,
haven't been killed, so that's pretty cool. And
that's
look at me now.
quite the feat here.
You know?
But yeah, we can start talking about it, trying to figure out what we can do when we're done at the dungeon. So
Yeah, apparently some of our people are at the regular dungeon, so I was thinking we should go there. We should go there to the regular dungeon. You know, pick them up, get a little mob going, and then to the royal dungeon. And then wait, did you guys do the thing you were supposed to do? With like the ledgers and shit?
that's what the vampire's working on right now.
Oh. Seems like a good thing. Okay. Yeah, then we should really start causing some ruckus. I mean, ruckus, you know. But if I was them, I'd be creating ruckus like right now, so we might want to hurry.
Okay, so hurry then to.
Yeah, but you're also like the supreme leader, so you gotta walk like a badass and not hurry. It's really a catch.
22.
22?
Catch 122.
Catch Blink 182.
Yeah.
Yeah, catch Blink 182.
Yeah. So now where are we going? The Royal Dungeon or the regular
I
dungeon?
think we're going to the regular dungeon, unless you want to go to the
'Cause-
royal dungeon. I'm down
'cause-
for whatever.
I mean, who is there at the regular dungeon? Or
I don't know. I was just told by an informant that some of the people I was with went to the regular dungeon.
okay, who's this informant? Can we trust them?
Ooh, I trust them. But it's personal. I don't want to, you know, breach confidentiality, you know.
Sure. So you're a doctor then.
Got a couple NDAs, you know.
In a way. I know
Doctor of the
someone.
sword.
I know someone who has been down here before. That seems to be in the know of things going on.
All right. Well, yeah. It's either way. We have people in either dungeon, so either one's good with me.
Yeah, but which one do you want to go to?
As you guys are having this conversation, one of the big green demons, the really fast ones that kind of lumber around, the one happened to be eating all of the road members, has just a pile of corpses in his hands, and he's just
The one that we
munching
had with?
along. Yeah, the one that you guys set free, and he's just
Cool
munching
guy.
along, jumping along, and he's like, "Okay, thanks for the treats. I appreciate it, and remember, your secret's safe with me. Nothing to worry about here. Only 10. That was the deal. So I'll be on my way. and nothing to worry about here. But hey, remember who's in charge around these parts, yeah? As he addresses the supreme leader.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I just remember I got some important influence I should be imparting about these places too, you know? Maybe a little bit higher up in the chain sometime here, yeah? With all my services.
Your service is what? Eating 10 men?
Well, I mean, come on, I provide a little bit more than that, right?
Not from what I can tell. You're just a lumbering oaf that can't. I don't know. Lumbering oaf that is an idiot. I guess. Fuck it. Why not? It's just an insult. I don't care.
You stink and you suck.
Yeah, you stupid idiot.
What a master tonguesmith he is.
Okay, I'll try better next time. As he kind of just loafs away and into the distance.
Nice. All right. So. So yeah. I guess. I mean, if we have more guys, it'll be probably easier to deal with the Royal Dungeon, so we can go
Yeah, right.
to the regular one.
You
Get
think
the
it's
whole-
weird
get the whole
people
party
keep
back
fucking
together.
Common down here, like, what's up with that?
I mean, it's a pretty common language.
I guess. I just always thought that like non-normal creatures talked in non-normal languages, you know. But they walk up to
yeah.
you and they just start talking in normal, you know.
Well, I have that effect on people.
It's just weird. You know. Let's go to this.
Go to the dungeon? To the
Yeah.
dungeon.
All right. Quick smash cut to Abe. You there, Abe?
Abe, you've woken up. Get up.
Oh, you're finally. Oh no, you're still asleep.
Drop there, start shaking Abe.
Grab
Abe.
suddenly appears, shaking Abe.
Fishy, wake up!
Abe.
Answer us now, young man.
Yeah. All right. Well, due to certain things that have happened to this session, I refuse to go further without other things happening through this avenue. So,
He's just very
this is
knocked out.
where this is where we'll end today's session. We'll end it a little bit early. Obviously, there's a ton of shit going on. So did you guys want to rehash over any of it before we go over our normal closing